I don't know if I'm gonna kick my hair out. What's up, guys? My name is Olive, and today I thought we would just talk about college dating because a lot of you guys are probably wondering, should I date? How do I date in college? It is a different game than high school, so let's jump into it. First, I want to say that under nobody's obligation are you expected to date in college. It's totally fine if you don't. I know some people who specifically did not want to date in college because they want a chance to find themselves, have their time to discover themselves in college because they really are crucial years, and also to work on their career. So there's plenty of reasons. You do you, but I'm guessing if you're coming to this video, you're looking for some dating advice. All I can say is that in my experience, being a senior in college, I have had two long-term relationships and I've learned a lot from them. One is ongoing still, and I'm learning every single day. But I do think there's a few tips that I have pulled out of these experiences that I did want to share with you guys, and I think most people would probably agree. I actually think the first point is one of the most important points and not something a lot of people realize even after college. But you are a scarce resource, and I've talked about this in other videos, but absolutely apply it in dating, you guys, because you don't need to feel like just because you like one person and maybe they don't like you back or for some reason you guys can't be together, that there's no one else out there for you. I think we overestimate the amount of things it takes to be compatible with someone, and really we're just not giving them a chance. So even if there's someone who you really don't think you're compatible with, just sit down and talk to them. No commitment, you guys. Just sit down, talk with them, get to know them. Maybe they'll be a new friend, someone you can hang out and do hobbies with. But by chance, you might actually have a connection and something real there, so just try it out. But don't have a scarcity mindset that there is not other people out there for you. And I've been in that situation where it's like, oh my gosh, I'm never going to find anybody else, but you absolutely will. I go to a fairly small college, and I realized the person who I'm very compatible with was in the dorm room next door. So, for 3 years, and I never knew. So you guys will find someone out there if that's what you're looking for. Just know that one, you are a scarce resource. You will be compatible with a lot of people out there and have a great time with them. And just learn from them, and maybe they don't end up being romantic, but you guys could be friends, and that's equally as valuable. The other thing about college dating is it will get harder when you leave college because you're busy with work and people are separated and very, I think in our society today we're very secluded when it comes to socializing, when we don't have a comfort zone essentially, like we did in college. But college is the time for socializing and breaking those boundaries, because you will not have that as much when you are grown up and in your 20s. And I think it's really important for you guys to just stretch those boundaries romantically or however you want to do it, platonically, even just with your hobbies. It's just a really good time to do that with very low consequences. So just try it out, meet new people. It's a very low risk sort of environment, which you guys should definitely take advantage of. It's also just convenient. Like, you guys are in clubs, you're in classes together. It's just an easy excuse to go get lunch with somebody, whereas it might be a little more awkward out in the real world and stuff. So just take advantage of all that stuff. So if you guys are serious about dating and forming a relationship with somebody and not just something casual, I would say before you ask that person out, or if they ask you out, before you say yes, think about what you want out of that relationship. And I know that's kind of a hard exercise to do, especially if I think anyone, not even if you're new to dating, you're just trying to figure yourself out, but but trust yourself. You do know things about yourself. You know what you like and don't like in some areas, and just try to communicate that the best you can with whoever you might possibly be dating. I think it's really important to establish those boundaries early on, and they don't have to be microscopic. Like, you don't have to say, we text at this time, we call at this time, we see each other at this time, nothing like that, unless it becomes an issue, I guess, but more just, I really respect honesty, and every now and then it'd be great if we could just check in with each other just to see each other's point of view, perspective on how things are going. I know I do that, and it's not a warning sign to whoever I'm saying it to. It's just, I just want to get your thoughts on it. We haven't talked about it in a while, and I just want to make sure we're on the same page. Haha, this one I failed at, you guys. Try to be friends first. I know it's so hard. And you feel like you might be rushed into things because I don't know, there's an offer there and you feel like, oh, I have to take it or, something like that. But it's okay to say, I would just want to be friends first and make sure they know you're not brushing them off if you are serious about them. Just say, I really am serious about you, but I just like to get to know person more before I make that decision because once I make that decision, I'm going to give it my all. I know for me in the past, I have not been good at this. My first relationship, I actually asked him, like, I'm like, I've only known you for 2 weeks. It's our first semester in college. I've never dated anyone before. Is it like, can we just be friends for a little longer so I get to know you? Like, I'd like to get to know you. And he seemed to respect that at first, but he came back a week later and was like, I won't take no for an answer. I'd like to ask you out again. And I felt pressured to say yes. So just take your time with things, guys. Really, in reality, nothing will change if you say, let's take a little more time. And it'll give you a chance to get to know that person better. And honestly, if they don't like that you want to take your time with them, then they're not the right person for you because that means they're going to pressure you into other things that are probably have worse consequences than you just saying yes to dating them. Lower your expectations, guys. It's college. We are broke. We will not be taking you out on dates every night and not even every week. So just lower that expectation, first of all. That being said, relish in the small things. Movie night in each other's beds or something every Friday night. Maybe going to your college football game. And maybe going to get, like, honestly, at this point, McDonald's is like our restaurant out, our night out. But just taking that time and quality time to spend with each other, I would recommend. My mini rule is I just express I don't really like it when someone's on the phone when they're talking to me or when we're trying to have a intimate conversation sort of thing. That goes across like my friends and everything. But I've definitely made that clear to my partner and he's absolutely respected it. And so that means we get quality time with each other at McDonald's. And going off of that, just simple things. Ask how that person's doing. How's your day going? And, actually be engaged in what they're telling you, not just as a maintenance thing, as like, oh, how's your day going? Just so they know I texted them at 3 p.m. and didn't forget about them. No, actually be engaged and don't be afraid to just pick up the phone and call. You guys shouldn't be nervous about that because if you're dating a person, that should be an easy task. Don't be afraid to reach out I would recommend on a daily basis or like every other day sort of thing. You guys don't have to be, actually don't be texting 24/7. That's not a good thing. You should have more in person to tell each other than you do texting or FaceTiming, but I understand that sometimes you can't be together all the time. But just that quick, like, good morning, how's your morning been? What do you have for dinner sort of thing. And actually like follow-up questions, being engaged back and forth is just a really nice touch, a really sweet touch to any relationship. This is just gonna be quick and simple. Avoid dating people who live near you in college. Like in the same dorm, I mean, because when and if you guys break up, that's just going to be really awkward. I've been in that situation. I'm pretty sure a lot of people I know have been in that situation where you're just in such close proximity that you kind of know their business, they kind of know yours. And it's just, once you cut something off, you really want to keep that clean cut there and just not to muddy the waters. If you can avoid it, and I know the heart wants what it wants, try to kind of not do that. This is a really important point, guys, and it's to love yourself before you start a relationship. And I know, one, that's really hard to do, and two, a lot of people say that, but truly having a secure foundation with yourself prevents a lot of things when you enter a relationship. It means, one, you're not going to feed off of your partner to fill those voids for you, to fill your past traumas, to fill your insecurities, to give you confidence. That's not what your partner is for. You are supposed to be a well that is already full, and anything, whoever you meet, whoever your partner is just like the cherry on top of that. But they're not meant to fill the well for you. Some signs I've noticed with people is like if they get angry really easily and they end up taking that out on their partner, that's a sign that they're not dealing with the issues inside of themselves. If it's very one-sided and they might be using their partner, that's clearly they're just trying to use their partner for to fill something in their life they currently don't have. So just be on the lookout, guys. I know it's hard, but be aware of your boundaries and your strengths and know where you stand in the relationship. Lastly, you guys, don't let a relationship be your one and only whole college experience. This is one time in your life, and I know you guys hear this all the time, but it is one time in your life, and there's so much growth that happens. I measure my growth like every semester. Like I just feel it. Like I can see, I'm like, I was so much different last semester. I've learned so much. I may have had a few pitfalls, but I've learned from them. I've gone back up. And don't let yourself miss out on those opportunities. Just because you're in a relationship. You should be growing in a relationship as you grow as an individual. That's like a really good sign of a good relationship. And also just, don't be on the phone or texting your partner every single, minute of the day. Go out and do separate hobbies, you guys. Maybe you have separate majors, get involved in your majors. You guys don't have to spend every waking minute with each other. Go hang out with your friends away from your partner. I've been in groups where it's, some people are dating within the same friend group and they never get to know people outside of their group. I've been in that situation. And once I got outside that friend group, I was like, oh my gosh, I love these people. Like some of the best people I've met in college. And it's a separate friend group from what my partner had or has. So don't have it be all enveloping of your college experience. I like to give it like a like 1/3 relationship, 2/3 like my own college experience, which envelops a lot my hobbies, my career, my mentors, who I mentor, who I'm developing as a human being to be. You guys don't have to. It doesn't mean you love your partner less. It just means you're doing what's best for you so you can be a better partner. So I hope that helps you guys. It's kind of the tip of the iceberg, but you will figure it out. Don't be afraid to try new things, to meet new people. And if anything, they'll just become close friends. And this is a time to do it because there are relatively lower risks, lower consequences for these things. And everyone's kind of the same mindset that this is the time of our lives. We're going to live it to the fullest, and that really helps. So take stock of yourself, guys. Be confident. Know yourself. Work on those issues that we all have, and don't be afraid to voice it to other people and get their help. And I will see you guys next time. I was in a t-shirt before this, and I was like, oh, there's a pretty dress in my closet. I'm going to wear it because I feel pretty today. So anyway, see you guys next time.